Hi, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I am going to share a lot of fun I had with a complete flip through for Junk Journal July. I loved making this little journal. I loved the inspiration from Meg at Meg Journals with the prompts and all of the different Instagrammers and YouTubers. Just was a great time getting ideas from others, and I hope today when I share my flip through that you could get some ideas here too. So besides the complete flip through of this chubby little very full junk journal, I like to reflect and write down 10 of my favorites. So I'm going to share those. I think they are really easy to do, and if you are working in a junk journal, they're simple ideas that you could incorporate in any junk journal that you make. So I'm just going to set this up because the journal is a little bit chubby. With a book, I can kind of lean it in on, there we go, on the left. And I'm going to do a little note taking for my 10 favorites on the right. So Meg's first challenge was begin. I enjoyed just making a little tag and a pocket with some dictionary, book text, and putting a quote on the left-hand side by Josh Billings. I love that quote. What I'm going to do with this list is I have a library pocket in the very last page of the journal. And so at the end, I'm going to pop this in as a way to also memory keep of my particular favorites. So number one for me, and a suggestion for you if you haven't tried it, is making a journal from a greeting card. I was digging around in my stash for Junk Journal July, and I thought, why not? This is so simple. So 8 pages. It's folded in half in a signature and sewn in with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And I do have that in my mixed media playlist if you want to see how I made it or try one yourself. And just the simplest thing, but I love the size. It ended up being, it's about 4 by 5. It's not a large greeting card. Here, I just grabbed a book because I'm not sure if that list was too far down either. I hope that's good. I hope you can see it. So look at the size difference here. I was happily surprised how big and chubby this journal got from a greeting card. So number 2 for me is an altered playing card. I have not done a lot of these, and so just being able to experiment, I think I have a couple in this journal actually. I've seen others do it. I know Cat Hand has mixed media morsels. I think she does one a month, and it's something that I haven't played a lot with. So just adding tissue paper, paint, a little stamping there, tucking it in the belly band was definitely something a little different for me and a favorite in this particular journal. So I would say if you haven't tried it, it's something easy to do. Just put tissue paper or something down because cards are slippery, so you have a good surface. The next one is really near and dear to my heart. I have this old cookbook. I was not going to use original pages. I did make photocopies so that I could use them in this, it's a personal journal, so copies are all good. And this comes from childhood memories. My mom's cookbook. I've mentioned before in other videos, there's some doodling in there. It turned out my sister was the doodler, not me. But it's just something that really warms my heart when I see these in the journal. So I've made tags. I've actually used them for part of the journal pages, and I think it's really fun. So if you have an old book and you run copies of something, especially those that are sentimental to you, I think that's really easy to do and a lot of fun to have for journal pages and ephemera. So just kind of flipping through some of the other challenge pages, and this one is, to me, it's the Clashing Patterns prompt 9. That was very freeing, just going to town with washi, paint, stickers, just having at it. And I particularly enjoyed this one. We have marigolds in our garden, so making a pocket from a seed packet. I really like that. And I just tucked in a tag, a few things, and this cute pinwheel children's like flashcard or game card. And then here's the problem that I didn't know. I cannot get this tag out. What I discovered is that when I was stapling, I stapled the tag in. Oh gosh. So that little bit of trim there, I guess I stapled it on. And that tag, I'm going to just call it a permanent home. The next thing is that the prompt for prompt number 12 on the left was time out. And because I had been doing so much collaging all month long and getting, I don't know, pretty full pages, I really liked using this jewelry bag. And I like that it's transparent. It's a cute little fit. I just stapled it on the page and putting in fun things like quotes, notes, all of that. So really simple, but using bags in your journal is such an easy thing to do. And I don't know, there's so many great things to use in a journal that this just reminded me that bags are a great way to add those interactive elements, because I do, when I open this journal, I do want to go back and pull out those little notes and quotes and things. So number 5, a bag that you can tuck in and put in notes and quotes. That sounded so formal. So this is scrap busting at its best for me. I was really happy during Junk Journal July to dig into my scrap piles. So these little magazine clusters that ended up being stapled onto a page, or like on the left-hand side that I made a tag from, I think paper clusters were definitely one of my favorites. Just adding those bits and pieces and making them and then adding them to the page, was both of those things were really fun. More with envelopes and tags. We're kind of in the middle of the journal. This is where we're on prompt 20, which is black and white on the left. And then on the right hand side, I made this frame out of, have you ever had this happen where you have washi tape and it rips not in a good way, like it's ripping where you don't want it to rip? So I decided to make a like washi flake, I guess you'd say, all the bits, a washi flake frame out of this washi tape that I really like, but kept ripping on me. This is the blended page, so it was a lot of blending of paints, but I also really loved making painted book pages. And I used a lot of leftover paint. Again, that always feels good, using your leftovers. It is a junk journal, so you know, the more you recycle and reuse, I know I felt great doing that. And I put a little bit of glue as a gesso on that with water. So it was about 2/3 white glue and 1 part water. Definitely wasn't overly measurely, so kind of like a Mod Podge effect. I did that also on this bottom left pocket, and it was just really fun using up book pages that I've had laying around for a while and painting them up for different bits and pieces and pockets. Now this I haven't done before at all, and it's so small and so simple, but there was a mirrored prompt earlier in the month, and I had pulled out some tin foil as well. And later on, I tried stamping on it with some Stays On ink. Gotta let it dry for sure, because it will stay definitely wetter for probably longer than you expect. I definitely smudged it a little bit, but it was so nice just to add. To me, that's really unexpected, that little just touch of metallic. So that is number 9. This is Symmetry. I love adding book page and library ephemera. And then this is really the grand finale, and I so enjoyed making this page. It was such a lot of fun. Again, scraps galore. I made another altered playing card and put the favorite quote, which was the prompt on the left-hand side, and then just went to town. I put in the last quote, farewell. I was happy to keep up with the month's prompts. This is also a seed packet, by the way, for a pocket. And then just look at all those scraps. I just enjoyed that whole process of layering painty scraps, washi tape, magazine bits, book page bits. Definitely, it felt good. So number 10 is my last favorite thing in this journal was all that layered collage. So Junk Journal, July 2022. Thanks to Meg at Meg Journals. I enjoyed so much the process and ideas from the junk journaling community. And so at the very end of the junk journal, I have this old library book pocket. I'm going to tuck this in for memory keeping. Have the prompts there as well. And there it is. So thank you so much for watching, and happy journaling to you.